Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and it's time for our monthly roundup of what was the most profitable cryptocurrency to mine throughout the month of March 2023. This series takes 6 RTX 3060s and puts it against 6 RX 6600 XTs from AMD, and it's just here to help us draw conclusions by looking at past information or data on what cryptocurrencies we should consider mining in the future or as we move forward. But first, before we continue and get into the data, a quick word from today's video sponsor. This video is brought to you by JingleMine.com. While based in Hong Kong, they have locations throughout the world, and they're one of the leading ASIC miner distributors out there. They have a strong relationship with JazzMiner, which means that they can provide you with the best price and the latest info or updates for your JazzMiner. Additionally, they work hard to respond to customer inquiries or questions while providing 24/7 support, and have one of the fastest ASIC delivery timeframes in the industry. Some of their products include the JazzMiner X4-QZ, which can hit 840 mega hash at only 340 watts while being whisper quiet, and the new X16-Q that's on pre-sale right now that can hit 1.8 gigahash at 630 watts on ETC hash. Lastly, they accept a number of cryptocurrencies as payment. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description and help support this channel by supporting its sponsors. All right, so in the past, a lot of people have gotten on me about not including information from hashrate.no. I have been including that data, but hashrate.no seems overly optimistic, while what to mine seems overly pessimistic. So you want to, all these calculators, they're great, but they're just there as a baseline. They're not actual, so you always want to take it and then obviously tune and test for your settings, because your environmental conditions, your thermal conditions, everything varies, and that can impact your performance. Hashrate.no has some great overclocks, stats, and statistics to help users really fine-tune their GPU and get close to that efficiency range, which is what mining is all about. It's not about the highest hash. It's about the best hash at the lowest power draw to be as efficient as possible to make as much crypto. So hashrate.no does a great job of doing that. But you can see with the 3060s right now, Radiant's a little bit optimistic on whattomine.com, where it isn't as much on hashrate.no. On what to mine is saying about $4 a day at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, which is what all this data is based on, followed by Nexa at $3.48, and then Xano, Caspa, so on and so forth. And a lot of these coins that we're seeing on hashrate.no are actually really popping off lately. The math doesn't compute as far as the fiat value, because we look at Radiant again, it's only like $2 a day, maybe $1.43 after cost of electricity, with it tuned for efficiency, whereas what to mine has higher clocks and higher power draw and all that good stuff. And then with Nexa, it says $3.48 after electricity, but over here it's $2.57. So you gotta balance yourself in between the two. That's for the 3060 right now. The AMD cards are still sitting around the $4.60, where they were around only $2. Now on Nexa, they are around $2, but consistently being in a $1.30, $1.50, $2 range is what our GPUs are doing. And the recent uptick in the market has actually pushed us into the positive. Whereas after the Ethereum merge, we have been mining at a negative as far as the fiat value, right? And the higher your electricity rate, the more in the negative you are. You're still getting the crypto, but you're still mining at a negative or a loss as far as fiat is concerned. So this uptick is nice, but I always urge caution and obviously to manage your expectations. This is not an Ethereum replacement. The throne is still empty. We have not seen a coin take that spot just yet. However, this is still positive for the overall community. These coins that are newly popping off are Dynex, Nexa, Alphium, Caspa, Chinet, and Radiant. So there's 6 coins. Now they're not new, but they are fairly new, and they're starting to do very well, especially Caspa as it continues to grow. Nexa, Radiant started to pop off recently around time of filming. So I would urge you to keep an eye on those coins. However, not all of them made it into the top 10 on my data. They were doing good at the end of the month, but then they didn't get consistently in the top 10, or they were doing good like Nexa at the beginning of March, but then fell off towards the end and then came back in or came back up at the end of the month. So they weren't consistent, and that's what I'm focusing on, right? So the top 10 most profitable cryptocurrencies to mine if you had 6 RTX 3060s from NVIDIA were Conflux, Xano, Alphium, Zero, Meowcoin, Neoxa, Cortex, Grin CT32, Eternity, and Ravencoin. Now, Caspa and Dynex, and again, Dynex is not even on what to mine, were in the top 10 towards the beginning of the month, fell off, and then they started to get back in at the end. So they weren't in there. So don't shoot the messenger. I'm just presenting the data, again, calling to a number of mining calculators, not just the 2 I mentioned. As far as AMD, the top 10 were Caspa, Alphium, Radiant, Meowcoin, Nexa, Conceal, Neoxa, Ryo, Cortex, and Firo. You can see Ravencoin, which was in the top 10, end of last year and some of the beginning of 2023, has fallen off. But some of the other ProgPal variant type tokens are still in the game. Meowcoin, Neoxa, so on and so forth. However, if you're looking for consistency, you got a mixed bag when it comes to a mixed rig, right? Meowcoin is consistently in the top 10 as far as the data here is concerned. Xano, kind of the same thing. Well, not really. Only for NVIDIA, but not AMD. So you got to find those tokens that you believe in the project, that you really support. Alphium, you can't go wrong, right? And number 3 on NVIDIA, number 2 on AMD. Nexa right now, Dynex, Radiant, so on and so forth. Radiant's in top 3 on AMD, but didn't make it into the NVIDIA side of things. And that's really a shame, whereas today it is. So if they can maintain their consistency, those 6 coins, the newer coins, keep an eye on them, hash away, and if you can find a pool that's going to auto trade it or auto exchange it to whatever currency you like, whether it's Bitcoin or what have you, we know we can use NiceHash to mine the K-Heavy Hash algorithm for Caspa and get paid out in Bitcoin, but you get hit with fees and stuff like that. But you can use a pool like Zergpool, who might support Radiant or whatever, and then get auto paid in Litecoin or what have you with cheaper fees and stuff like that. But that's going to be up to you to decide. I just want to present the data to you. I thank you so much for watching this video. Please do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date. As well as check out the links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And I greatly appreciate you. Obviously, if you do click on one of the Amazon affiliate links and then go shopping for whatever else you need, it does give the channel a kickback. And again, I couldn't thank you enough, and I appreciate you. But besides that, you have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one.